Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to the morning time stream. All right, did I give Mike Side a image, by the way? Nice. Oh, Mike Side's dealing with the power outage. That's too bad. Okay, I'll tell him no problem. All right, we're finally live. I was running a little bit late. I was having a fun conversation with someone, and that is very distracting sometimes. Today we have the Wednesday daytime stream. This is a morning time stream, and I would just say, well, we have hot breaks, but in particular, which break is probably closest? I would say hot rocket pack split. Yep, the rocket pack split. And then I would say legendary collection Psyduck. And yesterday, what was the top selling product? Probably Nikkei. I'll say Nikkei Precious boosters. All right. No, I'm not going to say Nikkei, actually. Let's go with a different one. We'll say new manga break. How about that? New manga break. New waifu break. Hot rocket pack split and legendary collection Psyduck is close. There we go. We've got our title. Ta-da! Good. Now we can go ahead and post this over here. How's it going, everybody? Happy Wednesday. We're going live for Wednesday morning. Okay. Hit save on that. We'll go ahead and put this away. How much is the rocket? $82. It's pretty pricey, actually. That's first edition rocket. Maybe it'll be a heavy pack. All right. I currently have ordered 4 additional packs of rocket after beginning this break, and I think that was the correct move because the rocket break is one of the fastest moving things on the menu. I believe we have 7 people in there at $82 a spot. That means it is a very good selling product. People want it. I've once again identified what people want. Let's move this. Let's see. I guess that's sort of my job, is to find something that people are willing to open. It's hard to do that because I have to be able to do that and still make a little profit too. You can get anybody to open something if you're losing money. That's very easy. All right, so we're jumping back over here. Let's get the menu in the description. No, into the live chat. We'll close this. We'll open this. Morning time already. We need a Pikachu coffee emote for morning. Yeah, that sounds nice, actually. A Pikachu emoji. I'll close this. Let's go ahead and pin this. All right, we are pinned. How nice. Now let's get the iPad running. It's already at 67, huh? That's interesting. Let's see. We'll jump over here. We'll hit refresh. Woo. Let me scroll down. Oh my gosh, what is going on? There we go. Okay, the new one. Yes, please open this. Oh my gosh, so slow. I still have allergies. My nose is in fact right now itching. It's not an itch. It's like it's like being tickled. It's like a tickling feeling. It's terrible. All right, and I'll move into all chat. So we're in live chat now. Good. I'm never a morning person. I really don't struggle too much in the morning. I like to stay up late, and I wake up pretty easily, too. All right, let me hit refresh over here. So I refreshed the website, and let's get into... Wait, what if I rewound this all the way to the start? Oh, weird, it starts on that song. Huh. Wonder why the other one didn't do that. So we're in the menu now, and we're looking at the next product on the menu. We have these Chinese hidden fates, except they're not really hidden fates. Let's see. AC1A. Let's get in there. Pokemon AC1A. Here it is. All right, we found it. Good, there's a fair amount of this, which means we can easily judge its price. So let's try that out. Times 15% for the import fee. Okay, now this number times this divided by 30. Oh, look at that. So our hidden face, Chinese hidden fates, is coming down in price as well. That's great. So this will go from $12 to $8.50. I'm just going to say 9. I hate that number, $8.50. So Chinese hidden fates has just gotten way cheaper. All right, I'll put the bookmark there. So that is the last thing that we just looked at. Crazy. So all of the Chinese product got much cheaper. That's really fascinating. I wonder if that means the Chinese market has gotten better, like more sellers are coming forward to sell to America, and the increased competition maybe is driving the price down. You know, because when there's no competition, the price is high because you can get away with it. But, you know, the minute other sellers come onto the market, they start pushing that down to get their product sold first. So Hidden Fates is now $9 a pack. Give that a try. You can pull the SV49 Charizard out of that set, but it'll be in Chinese. But it still looks fantastic. So we'll say Chinese, maybe? Let's see. Is Hidden Fates on here? Oops. Come on now. I wonder why it went down. So Tammy did call it Chinese Pokemon Hidden Fate set. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do a quick edit on it now. The price will go from $12 to $9. That's great. I hope you guys open some of this so that I can go buy more of it. Because I really don't buy more of it until you guys decide that's what you want. All right, that's a great product, though. I like that a lot. Good. All right, so we are ready to turn to you guys now. All right. This is the product, by the way. So this is now $9. And that is down from $12 per pack. People were buying it at $12. It was selling. Not all the time, but it was selling. But now we're selling it at a way lower price. And the pulls in here are pretty powerful. You can get some really big pulls in here. It's not just Hidden Fates Charizard. You can pull all the Hidden Fates cards, like Umbreon, for example. And so that's only $9. That's way cheaper than the English version of the set. All right, there we go. Why did it go down? Probably because there was a lot more of it than we knew. And all that was going on is no one was selling it from China. So people in China had it, but they weren't selling it. So if only 2 or 3 guys sell it, they can just keep their prices high. All right, guys. So it is Wednesday. We had a really heavy Tuesday, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but Tuesday was so busy. It was really heavy orders on Tuesday. Pull this out. Okay, we're showing that off. Ooh, try not to knock that down. Cool. Breakthrough pack split, really cool. Finish it up. And rocket pack split, I think needs 4 more people or 4 more spots sold. It's really kind of one of those go really deep kind of sets. If it seems too expensive, you have to realize everything with the Team Rocket set, first edition, has reached unbelievable pricing. Like the Dark Dragonite is now selling, I think, for like $20,000. No. That's Rocket Returns Dragonite. Let's see what the last sold on Team Rocket first edition Dragonite is. Give me a minute here. Okay, we're going to say first Dark Dragonite. There we go. All right, so let's find out how cheap a Dragonite is from this set is now. Yeah, the cheapest Dark Dragonite from the set now sells for $18,000. That's the only one available. And I don't know what last sold is, but it's probably some ridiculous price. Probably like 15. No, last sold. Look, we've got one that sold on March 2nd for $14,000, and one that sold on February 1st for $20,000. And there's one for $13,500. So the booster pack has changed a lot. If you think it's gotten expensive, it has. the cards you can pull out of here have gotten exceptionally expensive. I mean, it's just crazy. It's kind of like OP13, where you can pull the $20,000 red manga, except your odds are probably better in here than they are in the OP13 set. We want a Flash Fire pack split Charizard for the win. That's not impossible. Let me look into it. What did I do recently? I believe I just bought a different product, though, so I won't be able to buy anything today until we make some sales. But let me look at Flash Fire. It's probably like, what, a $10,000 booster box by now? Yep, there it is, 10,000. Wow, I'm so good at this. So right here, the cheapest one appears to be 8,100. 8,100. Wow, 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 wow. Cheap and affordable. So, I mean, with it having a price around 8.1, let me see what a booster pack split would look like for you guys, okay? Divided by 36. It would look like $31 per spot per card. $31. Basically like any vintage break. Pretty interesting. There we are. These beautiful packs. I love them. This is the new waifu break. Shouldn't go in the front. Here's a new break. We got 3 people in here. It's the Lego Pikachu break. That's for a gigantic Lego Pikachu. It's truly massive. It's a gigantic box. It's heavy. And you could go buy it on Walmart. Walmart's website if you just want to go buy a full one. This is a $10 chance for one, which is just kind of a bit of fun excitement, right? So buy in here if you want a little spice in your life. Here's the manga break. So we got the waifu break, the manga break, the lightning break, the trade break. We got breaks out the wazoo, man. Look at this. 41 and 5. We need 4 more people. That could go off pretty fast. Just depends on what people want. And here's the trade break. If you've got cards in your bag and you want to get rid of those cards in your bag, have me trade them in for $5 at a time to get into this Hitmonlee. It's a nice card. And here's the Dark Ride. This is the gym break. I lowered it from 30 to 25, so it's about $10 off in total. And that just makes it a little more attractive. So those were all changes that occurred yesterday. And guess what? We still have actually a pretty good chunk of cards to price up right now. So that's one of the things we'll be working on today. We have a good chunk of cards to price up. Okay. I mean, even commons and uncommons are expensive in a 10, so for a break, it's good value. Yeah, even the first edition 10s are now reaching, like, bizarre valuations. It's crazy how expensive they're getting. So, let's start here with the binder break. The binder break. It's our job to make this hotter, like, every day. So we got some hot cards in here already. Bulbasaur. These girls. These ARs. Pikachu. Nice Pikachu, huh? Okay. Mimikyu, Pikachu, Umbreon, Natu. So this is cool stuff. Some more poker. All right, let's get into that. Hey, says Tyler. What's up, Tyler? How's it going, man? I'm thinking about choosing a new moderator. It feels like we're light on moderators from time to time. We are. Some new blood, maybe. Let's see. Moderators can't be here every single day of their entire life. I totally appreciate that. The market is thriving. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, it's a great time to be in Pokemon, really. Let's see. So I can put anything I want in there, huh? Let's put these 2 cards in there. Meow, 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 meow. Meow. I love this music. Here, let's give you some Ogerpon. All right, Ogerpon. No one's really a fan of Ogerpon, but he's got to go somewhere. All right, so we got Ogerpon, the Worm, Ogerpon, Sinistcha. Tatsugiri is pretty cool. Ice Cube, Scoop Up, Ogerpon again. It's the same Ogerpon. All right, that's it for the binder break today. We're adding more to it. It just got sweeter. It's a sweeter deal. Even if you think those are only worth like $10. But that's another $10 in here. But I think it's probably more than 10 for that chunk that you just saw go by. Okay, okay, okay. I have a lot of cards like this. We got to let some of them go at some point. Turning into a pretty large pile. Ogerpon, Ogerpon, the Worm, Tatsugiri. He should go up here. I like Tatsugiri. and some Mario Poker. Who doesn't love Mario Poker? Honestly, it's great. So Ivan Rodriguez is in there. We need 3 more people in the binder break for it to go off. All cards are exponentially rising every month. I don't know about exponentially. They're up maybe like 10% and stuff like that, which is a lot to go up by in 1 month. But it has to stop, you know, and then it has to crash too. So all that's true. So, but yeah, Pokemon cards are, they're getting gobbled. They're getting gobbled by people who want to run a Pokemon card company and stuff like that, you know, like GameStop and PSA and all these people trying to do these repacks. Apparently, Dick's Sporting Good has a mystery slab bag. Like, Jesus Christ. Here's Javier Arroyo. What's up, Mr. Rocket Pack Break and 4 breakthrough spots and 4 Lego Pikachu spots using my store credit. All right. So what does that leave you with? Do you have any idea? Let's see. Let me whip this out. 82 plus 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, 12.5, and 40. That's 172, is that right? So 172 minus 323. 151 remaining. Unless I missed something. No? Okay, 151 remaining. Cool. Tatsugiri is a top 5 Paldea Pokemon. Yeah, who can argue with a cute little shrimp fish? That's very cute. I like it. We need more energy cards, actually. Do we have more energy cards? Maybe we do. Let's see. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Oh, excuse me. All right, here we go. Okay. Hey, what's up, guys? Take a second to smash that like button. Here's this. What does the spiral mean? I like the logo. I came up with it a really long time ago. And I was always a fan of, like, geometric shapes, right? Like, I was a pretty good math student, actually. That's why I got my computer science degree. And I always thought the spiral was a lot of fun. But here's some other facts about me. I'm a big fan of Nine Inch Nails, and he has an album called The Downward Spiral. So spirals are used for, like, all kinds of fun things, like hypnosis, maybe, like, economics. Have you ever heard of a downward spiral in economics? So you can have an economy that's going through a downward spiral. And it's kind of fun because it's like this concept where it's this self-feeding problem. You know, one market goes down, and therefore the next one goes down, and the next one goes down. It's just this downward spiral. So it represents a lot of things. But it's a very cool geometric mathematical shape. You find it in nature a lot, like a snail. Have you ever looked at a snail's shell? It's a spiral. Really neat, right? And you wonder why that happens, you know? So like, why does this occur in nature? It's just this really biological phenomenon. It is. But I would say it represents a downward spiral. And that's the main reason it was chosen. And the name of the channel was TheCardconomist. Okay, so here you go. Javier Arroyo, let's get you in that rocket. I love this music. It's a Sharingan. No, I've heard people call it a Dreamcast, Sega Dreamcast symbol. It's not. It's funny though. We are. So this is the Rocket Pack Split. Here it is. I don't know if people know this, but all it takes is a double tap on the screen to like. I'm going to use my Sharingan Fibonacci sequence. I had to learn the Fibonacci sequence, but that's a fun thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, we got 8. Yeah, math and spirals. It's cool stuff. All right, so 8 of those. So we have 3 spots left for the Rocket Pack break. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Javier Arroyo. Is this Andy's music? Well, it doesn't say. I gotta know whose music this is. Playing at the 23-minute mark. Yeah, that's Andy's music. Wow, it's so catchy. Boop. All right. Boop. We got all 4 of these. Now, this goes into the other break, which will be the Roaring Skies bag, even though it's not Roaring Skies anymore. We're just reusing it so we don't waste. So how many people are actually in breakthrough? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 people in breakthrough, 4 people are needed. It's a really fun pack split because even the average person can get in there. It's only $12.50. Okay, and then he wants 4 Lego spots. Yes, Lego guys. Here it is. Okay, so that means you have a 1 in 10 odds. 1, 2, 3, 4, because you bought 4 spots. Mister knows how to use all those weird buttons on a science calculator. I used to. I've forgotten a lot of it. Let's be honest. It's been a while since I graduated. I graduated at what, 28? So it's been 9 years. 9 years since I was working on all that. I don't remember that stuff. School's kind of dumb. I'm not going to lie. You know, school's dumb because it's like learning an encyclopedia. Like, who's going to do that? It doesn't make sense. You learn how to learn, which is good. But there's a point where you're just filling your head up with stuff you don't need. And so now you're just wasting time. So school is very wasteful. It's inefficient and wasteful. It forces people to learn things they have no passion for. So like, imagine you were born a squirrel and you have to learn how to swim and you have to learn how to dig and you have to learn how to fly. None of that unless you're a flying squirrel, none of that makes sense. Imagine you're an elephant and you have to learn how to like climb a cliff, or you have to learn how to throw rocks or something. It just doesn't make sense. So everyone has different skills, different passions, and yet when you go to school, they're going to judge you on all these things you're not passionate about, but also they're going to fill your head up like an encyclopedia with stuff you don't need to know. You don't need to know half this stuff. You're never going to do it. So school is very wasteful. And the worst part about it is it's just a gravy train of U.S. tax dollars. You and I assume school's good. Then we just pay a ton of taxes, and that taxes go to all those principals and school administrators and cafeteria lunch ladies who I have nothing against, and the teachers who always think they need to be paid more money. And it's just this endless gravy train of your money coming out of your pocket when you go to work to help the children. That's always the trick with, like, you know, taxing people. You have to indoctrinate them into this belief that they're doing the right thing, but it's just super inefficient and wasteful. Yeah, we learn all this stuff you don't need to know. And you walk out of school with no skills. They go, oh, school's not enough. Now you have to go to college. I was like, well, then why was I in high school all these years? You're saying this wasn't valuable? You know, that's what they say now. They go, wow, that's not even good. You have to go to college now. It's terrible. A sine, cosine, tangent. Yeah, exactly. You have to learn all that stuff, and it's super difficult to learn. You have no passion for it. You're not meant to do it. You're not going to go be a rocket scientist. And then they make you take like several years of that just to go to college to learn it again. And when you're in college, they extract even more money and time out of you. By the time you're out of college, you're an old man. I was 28 when I graduated. So it just doesn't make sense. It's a terrible system, and I rally against it all the time because I've got 2 degrees and I know all about it. And I think it's I'll tell you what it is. You know, in school, how sometimes in a cartoon they show a bully picks you up by the leg and shakes you upside down to get your lunch money to fall out of your pockets. That's school. It's a big hustle on young people. That's all it really is. You're not going to be successful because you went to school, and you're not going to be hyper intelligent because you went to school. If you want to be hyper intelligent and wealthy, you need to go to the market and provide the exact thing that the market is overpaying for. So that could be AI, it could be medicine. So once you've concluded it's medicine, you need to go get a degree in medicine right away. Forget about all the light, easy stuff. Go straight to the qualifying skills and knowledge that you have to have, and maybe that does take 4 years to get. But go straight to the qualifying, licensing or accreditation, whatever it might be. Go get just that thing, nothing else. Don't take Shakespeare. You can read Shakespeare for free. You can watch it on YouTube. Don't take any of the extra crap. Go straight for the accreditation, and then go straight into a good high-paying job that the market is overpaying for right now. You'll be rich, you'll own a home, you can build your retirement, and you can still learn all the other garbage that school generally forces you to learn for no reason. So, but you can't say that stuff because it's terrifying to the whole school system that employs a bunch of people. And they're like, no, don't do that. You'll take our tax money away. You'll take away the gravy train. So they don't like that kind of conversation. It's very uncomfortable, but it's the truth. All right, here we are. It's the truth. It's a huge waste of money. It's a gravy train. It's socialism. It's communism. It's bad for you. You pay unbelievable amounts of taxes for a product that is inefficient, slow, and generally pointless. And then as a child, you go to college or school or whatever, you go to school, you get beat up, you get introduced to drugs, you get beat up by insane psychopaths, because now your kid has to mix with every kid, whether they like it or not. You know, that's not how it worked in the past. In the past, your kid, before public school, your kid only had to hang out with kids that generally you got along with. So you only mixed with kids of your own type, you know, if you liked each other. And when you go to college, that's not, or when you go to high school, that's not possible. Now you're mixed with everyone. And then, so whoever gave birth to the biggest psychopath puts that psychopath into your kid's school. It's really sad. And your kid's now exposed to that. And exposed to all the other bad things. And, you know, your kid comes out being, oh, he's so socially adjusted. You mean traumatized? Your kid comes out traumatized. And as far as I can tell, public school is a giant focus on, you know, who can you have sex with, who can you do drugs with, who can you prove that you're cool to, you know, how do you win the social game? It's just a social game, and it doesn't pay any money. You're not even paid to be in the social game. So it's just terrible. I don't get it. And we just keep flagelating ourselves with this school system. I'm doing a lot of ranting right now, but I will say this. There's no orders in the queue, guys. Place an order if you want to open some cards today, if you want to have some fun. Ask ChatGPT. You can't let young kids choose what they want to learn. If it was up to them, they'd choose gym and study hall. Sleeping, education's important, says PB Brad. You could be right about some kids really having to be prodded to learn something. You didn't have to prod me. I was excited to learn. And so no, you would have never had to prod me to anything. So it's every kid's different. But that is part of my argument about the, you know, fits all sizes style of education that we do. It's not suitable for everybody. All right, let's see. So Naked Girls Talk is not showing up when I search for it. Let's try this again. PSA Naked Girls Talk. Weiss. I liked learning as well. My nerdy ass. Yeah, I liked learning. But you know what else I like? I like paying low taxes. I think that's actually really important to pay low taxes. Government waste is horrible for everybody. All right, let's see. You know, what's really nice is affording a home. That's really nice. Okay, I cannot find any examples of this one for sale, and I can't find examples of it sold either. This tells me there's not a lot of this out there. This comes from a set called Sneaker Bunko. Doesn't it? Pretty sure it does. Yeah, 2019. It's a very old Weiss Schwartz set. I'm going to go ahead and say $50 on this. There it is. $50. Math and history was my favorite. I was always an honor roll student. Very good, man. Mine is super curious in plants, bugs, and animals. At least 1,000 questions a day from that boy. He's going to love Pokemon. I was a big bug collector when I was younger. Did you know that? I would catch bees by their wings. I was very daring. I would catch a lot of spiders. I would let them crawl on me because I knew they wouldn't bite after a lot of testing. Spiders, praying mantises. I would climb upside down in a really tall tree just to catch a cicada. And I was just nuts, man. I was like a cliff, you know, climber where they were like hanging from a cliff with one arm. I could do all that crazy stuff. And I would be upside down sneaking toward a cicada, and I'd snatch it. And then it would make like its horrible little cicada noise. But I was like, sorry, bitch, you're mine now. and they were a lot of fun, but cicadas didn't live very long. Here we are. Ooh, so I love catching bugs and bees and all that. I did eventually get stung a couple times from the bees. And then I was like, you know what? This isn't that cool. So the bees kind of changed my mind. I actually remember one bee sting that was especially bad. Lord of the Rings, Chrome. All right. I had a bee sting that was really annoying. It was just this bee. I wasn't being mean to him. I wasn't like poking him or anything like that. I just let him climb out of his cage and onto my hand. And it just stung me. I was like, what the hell? It just out of the blue stung me. And I was so surprised. It was very painful. I was so surprised by the bee sting. I was just like, what? I didn't do anything to evoke you stinging me. You know, when you catch a bee, obviously, it's very angry. But when a bee's calmed down, it's just crawling around. They're not supposed to sting you. You're supposed to be able to trust them. So I was like, all right, I'm done with bug collecting. So there was a point where it stopped eventually. And I do remember that bee sting near the end. I was like, man, I'm all done with these things. They just want to bite and sting and crawl all over you. Here we are. And be smelly. Bugs are smelly. Did you guys know that? It's going to be PSA 10. I will take the ring. Pretty good today here, halfway to Friday. I got a bee sting in my armpit when I was a small kid. Ouch. I had a couple bee stings. One time I was in a swing. It was like a kid swing, and it had like one of those kid swing belts that makes it so you can't fall out. And the bee stung me while I was in the seat, and I couldn't get out. And it was just so frustrating because I wanted to get away from the bee, but there was no way to get away from it. So I was just like, bruh. I was like, no, it's going to sting me, bro. And then it did sting me. I was really annoyed. You ever had that? It's like almost like a panic moment. Like, if I can just get away from this bee, I won't get stung. But you're trapped by the seat. You're like, mother. Okay, so I'm betting this card's pretty rare. I can see some Lord of the Rings cards priced around $300 and $400. Let me check sold. We're going to check ended recently. We want to see what kind of prices these are going for. Oh, wait, is this like the exact card? Oh, here we go. So the exact card I have last sold for $90. So this last sold for $90. There's no more available for sale. I'm probably going to go a little above 90. Let me see. That's perfect. So somebody did sell one of these recently. That's how it was with the armpit sting. It was in my damn sweater. Oh, so this card is population 2. So it's really, really, really rare. I think we'll go with how about $120? I think that's quite fair for this. This is a heavy slab, one of PSA's new heavy slabs. Okay, we're going to go with the 120 on this. We're not asking for the farm, just a fair price on a 10. You know, PSA grading price went up, turnaround times are slower, and it's pretty hard to grade 10 with them. Beedrill will be doing Beedrill activities. That's right. Ever heard about an old song about a pet bumblebee? No. Why do they want to throw the ring into Mount Doom? It's like evil, gives the bad guy all his power, and so they don't want the bad guy to reobtain it. And there's like armies of bad guys out there trying to find the ring, and they're like, we got to get rid of this ring. But there's only one way to destroy it. You got to destroy it in like this lava mountain. But the problem is the lava mountain is located like by the castle of the bad guy. So it's like, how do you sneak in there to destroy it? And these little short dudes called hobbits are like, we'll do it. So you got like all these tough guys. You got like, you got like the knights. You got like the elves with their bows and the dwarves with their axes and wizards and shit. And they're all like super tough. But then these really small, normal folk called hobbits come over and they're just like, we'll do it. There's a lot of concern about who will do it. Everyone's kind of a coward, or they're like, they want to keep the ring for themselves to have power. Let's use the ring against them. But the ring's like, it corrupts you if you have it. So the ring turns you evil if you keep it. So everyone's afraid to touch it or carry it, and no one wants to go to Mount Doom. But the Hobbit's going to do it because, he knows it's the right thing to do. It's a kind of a story of courage that way. Here's Polyworld. If you've never watched Lord of the Rings, go watch it. There is a very big book you can read, the original book that the stories were made on. They contain much more information than the movies do. So it's a good read if you're into reading. You can listen to it as an audiobook. All right. Yeah, I guess there's people out there who probably never watched Lord of the Rings. Those movies came out a long time ago, I don't really know what to price this as. This is not a Topps Chrome card. This is a genuine Series 1 card, much harder to grade than Topps Chrome. And he got a nice high 8, but it's just Poliwhirl. Man, he looks fine in this slab, though, man. This slab looks killer. Let's give it a moderate price of $35, maybe $37. I'm 37 years old. Let's make it 37. I'm turning 37 in April, guys. Mister's my audiobook. What? Nuh-uh. Who was it that asked that, by the way? Let's see. I constantly find jumping spiders. Yeah, they're cute. One ring to rule them all. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that's Nicholas who was asking. Yeah, Nicholas, if you've never watched Lord of the Rings, it's like Star Wars, bro. It's a big deal. They made a card set about it. It's good. It's good if there's a card set. If they're making cards about it, that means it's serious business. All right, this is Misty 9, a lovely PSA 9. A succulent Chinese meal. Here we are. So 10 website order for the redo slab. Redo healer? I read The Hobbit before I watched the movie. Yeah, I also read The Hobbit. That my parents required me to read it when I was younger. There's the woodpecker. He comes kind of like every single day, doesn't he? Can you guys hear him? Here, I'll turn the music off, and I'll stop talking. He's not pecking. Oh, there he is. He's just pecking real lightly today. I'm going to scare him off. I do it the same way. What I do is I slap the wall really hard. So I'm going to mute you guys. All right, there we go. I pull the camera forward so I don't knock you over. Let's see. I saw him again. I saw the actual woodpecker. He flies by the window when I scare him off. Tyler could be Pecker Patrol if Mr. just hired him. Sounds like my college roommates when they had a boy over. What? What are you talking about? Let's see. Mr. Throw a Pokeball at it. It's his home. The entire table shakes violently. Does it really? That makes sense. Let's skip this song. There we go. Okay. So what do we got here? We've got an order from our good friend, Mark J. Valerian. No hollows, 1 box of Pokemon Mega Brave. Mega Brave. That's the Lucario box. Let me go grab that. All right. Caca. Okay. Ah. Oops. Okay. I remember being a little kid hoping Pokemon was for real. Ripped my imagination. All right. I remember being a kid and having a dad who was very fiercely against video games because he thought they were bad for you. And then I found myself when I was playing Pokemon having to learn all these words. Like it was expanding my vocabulary so fast. And I remember having to do logic to play the game. You know, like trying to figure out what the next best move is. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This is a brain exercise. This is hard work for a kid. All right, there we go. Yeah, my vocabulary was expanding. My imagination was expanding. I was problem solving. I was puzzle solving, like the Rocket Hideout, right? I was like, this is tough, man. This is as hard as math, at least. And then I was like trying to win, you know, rock, paper, scissors, and oh, what move do I use next? Should I put him to sleep? So I found my brain having to do a lot of work. And I was like, what are you talking about? This is like educational almost. It's like Minecraft, you know, Minecraft. A lot of fun and really great for spatial intelligence. I remember the first time I was playing Minecraft, and I wasn't a kid. How old would I have been? I would have been like, I think I was like 19. I was like 19 years old the first time I played it. And I had never tried so hard in my life before to have spatial intelligence, like the ability to close my eyes and imagine how to make a sphere out of square blocks. And I was like having to count it in my head. I was like, what the hell? This is hard, man. There we go. All right. So Mega Brave. Ready? Sims 3 World Adventures taught me about different countries. I thought I could transform into a dragon after I watched Mortal Kombat. I tried so hard. 1920 for us is when it came out, I think. I'll be your dad, Tyler. All right. Here goes. What do we got? We've got Chem Erupt. Ooh, Vulpix. You guys forget Vulpix is in here. Set that there. Here's the moon. I was like watching Pokemon Caught in Real Life videos thinking I'd run into one in the wild. Really? That's funny. Cold. Here's Heavyyama. Venusaur. You know what? Let me put these right over here for you. Okay, here's Bulbasaur. That card looks great, man. That was such a cool pull when this set came out. Here's Cinderace. Very nice. How young are y'all? Yeah, how young are y'all? They're watching, what do they call that? They're watching those YouTube videos, National Geographic Pokemon YouTube videos with Pokemon in them. Oh, Lucario. Ooh, I'm going to be 26. 26? You're basically a baby. They're not young. We're just really old, Mike's side. That's what's going on. 26 is pretty old. That's 26 years, mind you. Cold. We're approaching 40, Mike's side. We're basically old men with ratty beards and just really, really, really old. Like so old that young people look at us and go, ew, gross. There we go. Okay, here's a cold one. Do you have Japanese white flare? We do have Japanese white flare, I'm pretty sure. We are. Would you consider 120 for the Poliwhirl? 120 for the Poliwhirl. This one, he's only $37. Okay, here's a Sandshrew. Here's Hollow. We've got Lucario. Marshadow. Cool. I'll send 40. Really? That'd be so nice. All right. He is a PSA 8, though. Keep that in mind, okay? I was there when YouTube first became a thing. I had unrestricted internet access at a very young age. I remember YouTube came out, and my ex-girlfriend, she would watch it all the time, and I would criticize her so much. I'm like, YouTube's effing stupid, dude. Who's watching YouTube, bro? I was always telling her, like, you got to get a job. You got to go to work. You can't just be sitting at home watching YouTube. How ironic that she and I had some very nasty fights over YouTube, only for me to become a YouTuber later. I mean, I really hated YouTube. I didn't like it at all. I thought it was a big time waste. Here we are. Oh, yeah. Whoa. Look at that. Look at that. I didn't hate it. That's an exaggeration. She would just... The problem was actually her, not YouTube. The problem is she would sit at home all day while I'm working. And then I'd come home and I'd be like, did you apply for a job? She'd be like, nah, I watch YouTube. And I'd be like, you mother... I'm just... All right. Ugh. I hated Vines. What? Yeah, I didn't like them either. I thought they were just okay. It's funny that Vines went out of business only for TikTok to dominate the social media market. My YouTube account turns 20 years old this month. Ugh. Ew, yuck. Yucky, yucky, yucky. Mr. used to make Pokemon Minecraft build videos. Yeah, actually, you know, if I could scroll into... Let's see if I can log into the TheCardconomist and see my oldest videos. Okay, so... Well, actually, I don't know. Will this work? Your videos... Videos. Can I see them from the oldest? Latest? Oldest. Whoa, I've got old videos in my drafts. Let's see. Oh, wow. I recorded me and my friend playing... So check it out. So my very oldest videos that I didn't delete, 13 years old, Minecraft. Wow. And I was just learning how to record videos back then because you had to do it with the capture card, and that was kind of a new thing back then. And I didn't really know what I was doing, but I decided, you know, I would just kind of play around. Oh, look at those colors, red and black, huh? So fun. Call of Duty Black Ops 2, huh? Halo 4 multiplayer. But take a look at this. Here's Mass Effect 3. And then here's me and my old friend playing Smash Brothers. Crazy. Look at this. That is so old, man. Oh, man. I don't know. We were just noobs. It's fun to see that, but that's from a really long time ago. And I guess what I must have done is I must have brought my recording device over back then. That was 13 years ago, and I wasn't really a YouTuber. The channel back then wasn't even called The Gameconomist. I don't remember the original name, but it was some other thing. I don't remember what it was called. That was so long ago. You're old, mister. Yeah, I'm getting old. Oh, yeah? Well, my eBay account turned 16. All right, let's see. Thank you so much, Mr. Mark. You got one Lucario pull, huh, from that round. I liked your ARs, by the way. So we're moving on to the next round in the next order in the queue, if we have an order. Let's see, we have Miss Alexandra. She's waiting. She says 2 spots in the Redo Healer slab. Oh, very interesting. All right, let's go grab that. Here we are. So this is Redo Healer, and it's legitimately an expensive slab. It really is. Very sensual, very sexy. Here we are. Alexandra's in there. Who else is going to jump in there? There you go. Did you get my Beckett order this month? Did you get any Beckett orders this month? I did not get any Beckett orders back. In fact, we have one with them, and it's not even that far along. Like, it's like in the first stage, basically, and it's just really horrible. Beckett's probably just as backed up as everyone else, especially with them being cheaper. So that's 2 out of 11. So she needs 9 more people to jump in and share a spot in there. Haha, Redo of Healer wants to come home with me. Yeah? Let's see, Redo Healer. I should make a video showing that we have that one. What is this called again? Redo Healer. And we'll jump over here. Look at that, last sold. Check out this last sold. $400 last sold for PSA 10. $400. So ours is 40 times 11. That computes for $440. Very fair price. Basically a price where I'm not restocking it. I'm just breaking even with the buy it now price. That means I'm liquidating this out of my holdings. Pretty neat. I'm still waiting on mine. Does Logan have all of these places backed up? Maybe. Do you have Japanese White Flare booster pack? Wait, didn't he ask that earlier? Yes, I do, Mr. POV. All right. So, this is working too? Okay. Thank you so much, Miss Alexandra. Now we have a Nicholas Pacheco order, and he says, I feel it happens every time he pushes Pokemon. Pokemon White Flare, 2 packs. All right, let's go get 2 packs of White Flare. Looks like we might be getting a new box of it. Yep, so now we have to refill it because the bag is empty. I'll be back. Okay. Oh man, the cat is so lonely, but I can't let her in here. She looks so sad and lonely. When I come out of the room, she gets all excited. And then I leave and she's just watching me leave like, no, come back. All right. It's too bad because Karis goes into her room and she closes the door because she has to be able to concentrate on her job. And the cat wants so many pets and she wants to play. And then I can't have her in here with all these wires. She chews wires. But also with all these cards, no way. Just not allowed. She's so sad. We're just gonna have to get another one. I keep telling Karis that. We'll just get another cat. That's a bad idea too. We're trying to have a kid. Oh well. We'll just let Kitty be an outdoor kitty. That wouldn't be good. She'd get ticks and fleas. All right. What's your cat breed? I don't know. Some kind of normal short hair cat with black fur. Just some adopted cat. So there we go. Fresh baggie. Boink. All right. We got all this. Meow, 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 meow. You should get a dog, too, along with that. Nah, no dogs for me. Maybe Kitty being outside will scare Woodpecker away. Mister has a black cat. All right. Nicholas Pacheco. I have been enjoying not owning a dog for a while. When I was a kid, we owned multiple dogs, and I had to clean dog poop up. I was the dog poop guy. That was my chore. It was a very important chore. And now I'm an adult, no dog poop. And you know who cleans the kitty poop? Karis. Hell yeah. Basculin. All right. Now, I've had my fill of pets for sure. There we go. You could her toys and scratch her trees. Yeah, we could get her more toys, true. I think she's lonely. I don't think inanimate objects replace the real thing. Just like in real life. Nicholas Pacheco with an N. Where are we hiding you? Yeah, you can tell she's a little bit lonely. Let's see. Aha. You got a lot of stuff, man. So you're picking up a basculin. Congratulations. I know that's what you wanted. Okay. We have cats because our neighbors leave the rental home and they throw the cat out. Meow, 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 meow. Here's Dark Rye. Here's, ooh, Hello Kitty Blau. Good stuff. Tune in. Capcom Spotlights. Let's see. What do we got? Do you know I get an email from the Capcom PR team virtually like every other day because of the TheCardconomist channel? I must have been put on like an email list. Here's Bill Barron, Spot on the Mega Sub list. Good choice. That Night of King is almost certainly underpriced at 4,000. There's almost no doubt about it. Bill Barron. All right, so that's half full. Did you get your OP money back yet? Oh, I did not. I'm going to apply for that right now. I totally forgot about that. I forgot about that. I should be able to apply for it. I was allowed to apply for that on the 27th, I believe. Good thing you reminded me. Okay, let's see. More actions. I didn't receive it. All right, there we go. Let me go to my messages to contact this guy. Nah, I'm not gonna dig up. Well, wait, maybe I can find it from sent. There it is. This user cannot receive messages because their account has been suspended or terminated. Wow. So what happens then? Does eBay cover me? Let's see. It's an eBay purchase. So they must have done it to a lot of people. Yes, eBay will refund you for an item that was never delivered. All right, there you go. Cool, man. Wild. The seller, they don't fix it. Ask eBay to step in. Wild stuff. So I look at my messages to this guy on eBay, And it says this user cannot receive messages because their account has been suspended or terminated. Wild. There you guys go. And that's why we never got those OP14s or whatever it was. We had to order it from someone else. Here's Todd Peters, Inferno X, Japanese. Hey, what's up, Todd Peters? How's it going, man? Mister wouldn't have no product to sell. It's been a long time, but did you get my Dress Up Darling money back? Oh, that's another one I got to keep fighting over. So that is a guy who owes me. We converted that into cases of Pokemon Black and White. And I keep threatening this guy, and he still hasn't shipped it. I'm going to contact him, too. So these are things I just got to keep up with. It's crazy how fast the time flies, you know. But he said he was going to ship it, and he still hasn't shipped it. All right. I'm accepting this friendship from this guy. And then let's contact this other guy. Here it is. All right, let's see. All right, so I contacted the other guy. I can't believe it's been so long. We are. I really like the other guy to fulfill it because I don't know exactly how I could get my money back in the other one because it's been too long. So I think what I would actually have to do is document our conversation, which I already did that. And then I think I would have to like file a complaint with Japan. I think that's what I'd have to do. So I'd file a complaint with Japan with their, they have like international law for like businesses and all that. And I'd have to say, this guy is scamming me for a lot of money and I'd like you to step in. So I think that's what I'd have to do. It's a lot of money. It's not a small amount of money. And he knows he has to ship it to me, but he won't refund me, but he also won't ship it. It's pretty terrible. That's an old one, man. Can't believe that. All right, I can't believe I'm still talking to him all this time later. I'm hoping to get for Reshiram EX, by the way. Dave Charmander is behind it all. No, not Dave Charmander. Let's get back to these slabs, huh? We're still pricing up some slabs. So we have this Gundam Gelgoog High Mobility, and it got a freaking 5, dude. How? Why is it a 5? I feel like it has something to do with this over here. Because if you look really carefully at the card, look at this. If you look really carefully at the card, it seems to have indentations like dots there. But it almost looks like that's meant to be there. But it's almost, I can't tell if PSA was unsure if it was meant to be there. I don't know. They gave it a low 5. I'm sad about that. I would just price it up as a 5. I did want my Inferno pack open on stream. Did I not open it? Oh, I got interrupted. I got interrupted with the thought, and I decided to go chase that thought. Okay, hold on. Let me go grab that pack. Sorry about that, man. All right. So, we got you, fam. Mr. Todd. Here it is. Sorry about that. I got distracted. I did need to contact for my refund on the One Piece. It's a lot of money, actually, so I'm getting a lot of money back. And then the same with this other guy in Japan. It's ridiculous. Here we are. So, cold. I got the Lucario from the Hero set. Okay, we've got, that's done. Let's hit refresh. Okay, we've got no orders in the queue. The queue is empty. It's an empty Wednesday queue, guys. Empty. And we can work on whatever we want. I'm probably going to work on pricing up slabs. So here is Gelgoog. Ooh, Gelgoog. Nice. Usually the Japan people are pretty good. Nah, this guy's scummy, dude. He's real scummy. That's an assumption. That's a stereotype. The stereotype is that, oh, Japanese people are like more moral or something like that. This guy's scummy, dude. There's thieves in Japan. There's people like that in Japan. It happens. That's why they have laws. All right, let's see. I guess we'll say 20 bucks on this. I don't know. He's a holo, right? He's an actual hit from that set. Here's Uprising 9. So PSA brutalized my submission. They just hand that out 9 after 9 after 9 after 9. Really terrible. Topps Halo Uprising 2. Okay. Here's Masala, I mean. Why is he a 5? I can't avoid getting 5s if I don't understand how it graded 5. I can understand if it graded like 9 or 8, but they're like, yeah, this is all the way down to a 5. Crazy. Only one time I ran into a scammer. A Japanese seller sold me an unsafe mini disc recorder. The website banned him. Here we are. There we go. Very nice. Okay. They sold me a fire hazard product. Let's see. A fire hazard product. That's interesting. We got Super Mario Brothers, 10 of spades. You can see he's finished the puzzle and he's getting into the castle. We're gonna say this is like what, $25 maybe. Okay. Ooh, Entei. This looks really nice. Bandit Ring Entei. I want to show you guys something. Look how the grade is 13. And, not the grade, but the certification is like in the 13 million or something. And yet, it has this line in the center. Do you see the line? Right here. Right here. PSA just lets that in. You know, tag grading would not allow that. I want to point that out because it shows you that tag grading's tougher. And PSA has always allowed that, by the way. I've known about that for a long time. I don't think they consider it a print line. They consider it a part of the manufacturing where it's like maybe that's the cutoff for a new sheet of the hollow foil or something like that, right? But so it's very interesting because they still consider that a 10, even to this day. It confirms that to me, you know, because there's one of those details I notice. All right. Tougher grading company would have rejected that. I love how tag shows you every little detail of the card when you scan the QR code. Yeah, it's really impressive. They're the first ones to do that. It's not like the other companies couldn't do that. They just don't want to, probably, because it probably leaves them with more liability for, you know, if the card isn't truly a 10. Bro, do you have a Victini? I don't think I have I might have a Victini promo somewhere, but I don't think I have one laying around right now. All right, so he will receive a red label. All right. There we go. So some fresh slabs here, a 5, a 9, a 5, a 9, and a pricey 10. There we go. Got some fresh slabs. Of course, we need to take a picture of some of these previous cards, like this Bowser. He can come down. Here's Zapdos. Here's Charizard for 2.4 thousand. Here's Super Mario Brothers. Boop, 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 boop. Here's Dragonair. Here's David Fabry. Here's Saved from the Nazgul. Kadabra. Pipichu. Gary Oak. So he's a 9. Here's one of these if you want to buy one outright. You don't have to be in the break. But we got people in that break right now, okay? So the break for the Waifu Shuffle has 2 spots in it sold. Move that over. All right. Tally me too. I have 2 Victini plush. POV, I have a Victini plush that my cat took over. All right, let's take a picture of this real fast, guys. I'm jumping over here. All right. Take a picture. Good. All right. Grab, grab, and grab. Look at that. Okay, so now we have another 9, but we got a couple 10s on the table. Let's see what we got here. We got this trade slab. If you would like to trade some cards toward this trade slab, let me know. We've got an opening for you to do that right now. Practitioners of Power. Okay, so that's a 9. King of Hearts. Here's Elves Join the Fight. Okay, good. I got any more? What's this? The Tentacool. Going back in, huh? Ah, and here's the checklist. All right, so we do have a nice round of 9s. I want a Reshiram plush. Cool, man. Take a picture. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what do we got here? We got Mr. Jaded, and he says he'd like a hot pokey shuffle. You got it, man. Hot pokey shuffle. Sometimes referred to as a hot Cosby. We got 1, 2, 3. Flipping this around. Boop. 1 Prinplup. 1 cold one, Jaded. I'm sorry. That's a cold one. That sucks. Okay. We're going to click on this. No orders in the queue. We have an empty queue. If you guys want to get busy doing something, maybe I should make a new jumbo pack break while it's empty, huh? What do you think? A new jumbo pack break? The last one did go off. I might change the way it works. I may in the future no longer do that thing where it constantly expands. Let's see. I may just have it be available. What do we got here? I want a redo of Healer plush. Oh my gosh. Okay. Dragon Ball. So those are going in. And what do we have here? We've got Oshinoko. That's going in. Oshinoko. All right, so to start us out on the jumbo pack break, here's a couple cards we're moving. We're also going to grab some very popular stuff. We want popular stuff in there. So we got to have one of these. We got to have one of these. Death Rivals. Mega Evolution. And Ascended Heroes. And we'll be doing a pack of this every time. Hopefully we pull a Lugia eventually. There you go, Silver Tempest. So here's the core English packs in the break. Good. And now let's grab an OP13 and an EB3. It's good stuff. Let's get one of the new Nihil Zeros in here. Where is it? Where are they? Huh, I don't see it. Did it get pushed back? It must have gotten pushed back. Here we are. Go. Nihil Zero. Not the Hot Cosby. Yes, the Hot Cosby. So there's Nihil Zero. And what else shall we cram in here? Let's grab one of these. So I like to put the Lost Abyss in there. I like to put Sneaker Bunko in there. Got a lot of Sneaker Bunko. Here's one of the new Nikkei Precious. I'm put one of those in. I like to put the new stuff in. Ooh, let's get Gem 1, 2, and 3 in there. Because those have been repriced to really good prices. 1, 2, and 3. All right, there they are. So those are fun. And we got to have at least one Final Fantasy pack. Here's Journey of Discovery. Okay. Here's a Lord of the Rings. That's a weird one. So we like to have weird stuff in there too, don't we? And here's a Minecraft pack. Minecraft pack's fun because it like guarantees you walk away with something. Anything else? Maybe a Union Arena. Got a Union Arena pack in here. I'm on your website, and you don't have the slabs listed? No, sir. No, sir. You'll want to use something called custom payment on the website. Look up custom payment. Custom payment allows you to send any amount of money, and then just send the amount for the slab you want and tell me you want that slab. So that's how that will work. Yeah, sorry about that. We do that because it would be too hard to list every slab on the website. It would take forever. So here we go. That's a pretty fat one. Let's start counting it up because we haven't added any Korean. Let's add a little bit of Korean. We got to add a little bit of the Korean packs. So I'm a big fan of Blue Sky Stream. Chance for that Altart Rayquaza, you know, it's just really cool. And then Matchless Fighter, that would be the Moltres. And then how about this Rocket Pack? And Inferno, these are really popular. Okay, so let's get started. I'm gonna start typing these up. You ready? Your duties and taxes and fees are due. Oh man, dude. We're gonna say 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3. And then this is 3. This is probably 3. This is like 5, right? This is probably 5. So this is 5. This is 5. And this is 6. Nikkei's 11. Sneaker's like 6. This is 6. Nihil's 4. EB3 is what? Isn't it like 5 or something? I think it's like 5. This is 11. So that's pricier. This is 20. This is 18.5. This is 10. This is 12. This is 12, I think. Wild Resurgence is going to be like 5. Peanuts is going to be like 5. Cardboard is going to be like 5. Fusion is going to be like 5. Oshinoko is going to be like 4. We're at 180 already. Whoa, that's too much. We're at 180. We've got too much in here. All right, so we need to reduce it down to 160 because it's a 160 split. So what shall I remove? 160. I'm going to take out 1 Phantasmal Flames. And I'm going to take out... the Nikkei can come out. There we go. Nikkei's coming out. But then that's too high of a removal. Let's bring this back in. So Nikkei comes out. Something else got to come out. Let's bring out Mega Evolution. All right, there we go. Perfect. Okay, we got it. Nikkei's too expensive for this particular break. We're at $160. That's the Jumbo Pack break. It's a wide variety of cards, and that's what makes it fun. This is Jumbo Pack break number 3. It's actually not the 3rd one. It's probably like the 40th one, but we're only counting them now. We weren't counting before. Okay, we'll say number 4. Discord, you'll see a lot of tag slabs, my friend. That's right. We got a lot of pictures in our Discord server. You can find a link to the Discord server at the bottom of the YouTube description. You have to scroll all the way down past all the stuff. Probably not a good design, but that's just how it is. I love all tag slabs, so we're going to see what you had tagged. Yes, tag slabs are awesome. We do a lot of tag grading. Actually, we should be getting a tag return. I'm surprised it's not here. Should be getting a tag return pretty soon. So there you have it, guys. All these booster packs can be yours for $40 if you get pulled on the Jumbo Pack break. Well, that was kind of pointless, wasn't it? Putting all these stickers on it. I guess I should have put the stickers on it after we put the booster packs in there. Then we would have realized it wouldn't have fit. Stickers would be on a different location on the bag. Very nice, very nice. Let's see if we got any orders coming in. We do have an order. Wait a second. We already did that, right? Oh, no. This is a new one. So it's Jack Woodworth. He says 1 hot Cosby. All right, 1 hot Cosby. Ready? Discord. We got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Del Caddy. I'm sorry, man. No luck. No luck this time. That's Mr. Jack taking a shot at the box. And now we have to click on this and click on this. We have Graham Cousins. He says, hey, need shipping if my bags are still there. Let me know if I need to send more. This is Mr. Graham. Oh, he's from Canada. Oh, Canada. If your bags are still here, they should be. Unless they're over a year old. That would be a problem. So let's find out. Graham, I want you to have your stuff. Where's your stuff? How's it going, Mr. Graham? It's nice to see you. Let's check this box over here. Scoobity boo 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 buddy boo doobity boo 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 boo. Any of these expired? That's expired. This one's mega expired. What is this? Glenn Matchett. This one's expired by a year and a half. So that's mega expired. Wow, this box is virtually empty now. So that's a problem. We can't have that. The box needs to be more full. Let's see. So we're going to change the way these are stacked then. Scuba dooba 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 doo. How about this old bag? Gregory Panetta, Graham Nielsen, Garrett something with no date on the bag, Garrett Wixom, and Gregory Carbajal. Okay, that one's almost a year old. So those two will be on the bottom, and this one will go here, I think. And we'll just put the V-Box on top of this, I guess. Okay, good. So, and what about all this, huh? Look at all that. That's Glenn Matchett from 9/24. 9/24. That means it was expired on 9/25, and now we're in 3/26. So that's officially a year and a half old. That's too old. All right. He's not coming back for that, I suspect. All right, we're all good, Mr. Graham. So you got a lot of hollows here, and then you got your hits in here. Let's see. Okay, just feeling the weight of it. Let's go get you a label, Mr. Graham. Let me close this up. Kind of a slow Wednesday, maybe. Maybe because Tuesday was so busy. Tuesday was busy, wasn't it, man? We got like $1,300 in orders from just Sarah. That was a busy day. So we're going over to international shipping. Oops. All right, it does look like we've shipped you before. Let me make sure that this address matches the one in here. Yep, it matches. So I'm going to use the same old address for you. And I don't know, do you have any slabs? Are you here, Mr. Graham? Do you have any slabs? Okay. Dazam. Yeah, Sarah goes deep, man. There we go. Let's see. It's decently heavy. Okay. That is my weighing machine. We have kind of low viewership today, huh? Just 46 people today. That's so weird. We had like 80-something yesterday. Maybe my title wasn't exciting enough. You think it works that way? You think my title's boring? Something. All right. So that's Mr. Graham. And we are going to probably make this 2 pounds is what we're going to do. And then we're... Oh, God, dude, why does it do this? I don't know why that thing works so bad. We're going to say 7 by 4 by 4. We're going to say merchandise. Playing cards. Playing cards. We're going to set the weight to 2 pound. We're going to set the value to about $50. All right, because we can't call it 0. Who won the last trade slab? Me, Patrick. All right, so there we go. We've got it all together. Let's hit... Oh, we got to choose a duties option. Boop. Recipient pays duties. And there we go. International shipping complete. So if you're an international buyer, what's cool is he probably spent quite a bit more than $50 opening all these, but we're going to claim it on the customs form as a $50 product because it's open now. So we're going to claim what it's worth now after being open. We've transformed the product. It's a different product. And so he's going to pay way less import fees. It's a great trick. All right. Hey, you got a refund from eBay. Look at that. The refund came in instantly. Wow, that's a nice chunk of money. Is that in my account? Can I just go to my account? Let me log in here. I can't believe that happened to me. I was a victim of one of these guys who can't handle his finances. All his stuff collapsed. Here's Misty. Here's Umbreon. Here's Jigglypuff. Here's Mega Nidoking. Here's a Gardevoir. You know, it's these guys who do like pre-orders, right? They say, okay, you can pre-order all this product. And then they get their price real low, right? And then turns out their supplier doesn't actually have the product, so they're not going to get it. So they're sitting on everybody's money, except they're not, because they already spent that money. So now they can't even refund anybody. Oops. Can't believe guys do that over and over and over again. By the way, it says total sales volume is up by 6% over the last 20 or over the last 30 days. Wow. Crazy. That's cool, man. Okay. Let's see. We got to get some new friends, though, man. That is one of my goals, is to get some new customers. So sales are up, but, you know, we got to meet some new people. I feel like I'd like to meet more new people. So do you know what this is? This is the first time order bonus. And if you've never placed a first time order, we're going to pick a card out for you for free. Oshawott it is. So you got to place an order over $20, though. That's the one rule. For a first-time order, you get this Oshawott for free. And it's from the XY era, so it's pretty old, actually. And I think we were seeing this card listed for like $120 in a 10. And these are all packed fresh. I mean, this probably is a 10 right here. All right, someone got their $60,000 card damaged by PSA while reholdering and is only valuing their card now at $20,000. Oh, do you mean when they submitted it, they only valued it at 20 to be cheap on the insurance? That's scary. I seen that. Piasu. There we go. Meaning PSA is claiming it's worth only 20, or what do you mean by that? We have no orders in the queue. If you guys would like some action today, send an order in. Do you want me to advise what is worth opening? You want me to get you excited? I can tell you, when it comes to clips, we are looking for Ascended Heroes hits, Naruto tops 1 of 1s, and black and white Victinis. Black and white Victinis. We haven't pulled that. So that's some stuff. We could add another thing to that list. Recently, if you go back to our description and look up Gem 1, 2, and 3, all those prices were slashed dramatically, like 50% even. So, and Gem 1's back on the menu. It wasn't on the menu before. It's back on the menu now. So Gem 1, 2, and 3 are great deals in my opinion. And then even Chinese Hidden Fates went from $12 to $9. So that whole menu, the Chinese Pokemon cards, have adjusted down. And they're a much better valuation now. Ooh, look at that. Here's Hello Kitty. We got a lot of special breaks. We just started this waifu break, and it's got 2 people in it. We got a lot of breaks kind of pulling everybody in different directions, which is, in a way, that's not super good, but it's not a terrible thing either. It means you got a lot of variety. People love variety. But look at all these breaks, man. We just got so much. Look at all this. You see, look at, they're all started. But they're not ended. People love it when a break is ending. Everyone jumps in when the break is ending, but it does not move fast at the beginning. It's so hard to get something to move at the beginning. Here's Murasaki. I'm going to put this back down into the consignment box. Nobody joined that, so we're going to put that away. Get one of those off the table. That was a gym break for the Murasaki. Here's Rocket Zapdos. He's just going to go over here. No one joined Rocket Zapdos. That's all right. All right, let's see. And what's this? Oh, here's a Pikachu break. And this Pikachu is actually a 10. I'll give him more time. He's cool. PSA is claiming it's only worth 20. I have a couple old slabs I was going to rehold her. Now I'm definitely traumatized. Ugh. Yeah, I guess that's a risky move, isn't it? Here we go. All right. It's only 20. They don't want to pay you out. Okay, sent on site. Let's pull that big T. We do have 2 orders all of a sudden. Let me take a quick look at that. So the first order is actually Mr. Alexio, and he says, I have a bag, 8 Phantasmal Flames, 3 Ascended Heroes. You got it, man. So for the Phantasmal, I think we'll be getting a new box of these, right? We don't have any more, like, over here or something? Let's see, how many do we... Oh, that's Attack on Titan. Yeah, all right. So we got 1, 2... 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, we had exactly 8. Oh, that's perfect. All right, let me go ahead and snip this box too. We use all the parts of the body of the animal. See, like I make a little holder like this, a little tub, and then I use that when we do shipping. Isn't that cute? So 3 Ascended Heroes. We got 1 Ascended Hero, so we're going to be snipping some Ascended Heroes in a moment here. Let's move these breaks out of the way. Got a lot of breaks for you guys. I know you guys are scared of the breaks. You know, the breaks are pretty punishing. We offer them for a real reason. I did the math, and you're better off in a break than you are opening boosters. Doesn't feel that way. Booster packs are more fun. But it's a fact. It's a fact. Going after an RNG product for a card already graded 10 is mathematically superior to opening booster packs. You can have ChatGPT work that math out for you to prove it. We've done that live before. There we go. It's because people, they don't always understand the odds of things going their way. They don't understand how hard it is to actually pull a rare card. And then they also don't understand the poor odds of it actually grading 10. So that's why, that was when we started hosting the slab breaks, is after doing that math. And I started hosting them at that point. It's been that way ever since. Here we are. Oh, yeah. So dollar per dollar, we hand out more PSA 10s in the breaks than we do in the booster packs. Pretty interesting, right? Here goes. But it's really fun when you hit a big hit in the booster packs. There's no doubt about it. This product's very pretty. It's very shiny. It's got like all these mid-tier or low-tier cards to look at. So these are very nice in another way. Plus, there's a sort of accomplishment feeling when you actually do get lucky. So you get like a lucky memory, you know, like a dopamine spike. I don't think that I feel like the booster slab breaks, I'm sorry, the slab breaks in general don't have the same dopamine spike. I don't know if that's true. What do you guys think? Do you get the same buzz when you get like a big slab break and you pull it? Or do you think the booster packs are superior that way? I've been crushed by breaks too often. Yeah, I feel you, man. Here we are. Okay. Tossing this away. Maybe I need to develop some middle hits or something, like some mid hits. Here's Darumaka Grand Bull. Here's Moltres Togedemaru. Maybe every break should have like a backup hit, and it should be like just an ungraded card that's nice or something. Here's Nimble. Look at that Nimble. Here's Miss Magus. Okay. Pulling a really nice card in a $40 break. Feels so satisfying. Almost don't feel real. Yeah. Here's a Soikun. Here's Toxtricity Mega Deoncy. Ooh. Okay. Here's Burr Bunnery. Here's Dugong. Ooh. Here's Absol Zakian. Here's Tauros Duraludon. All right, so check that out. That was 8 packs of Phantasmal. This is comparable to like the slab breaks, right? So imagine I put like a PSA 10 Mega Charizard up there and use a $40 chance for the Mega Charizard. You could do that, or you could pull these. Somehow the Togedemaru and the Dugong make this feel more worth it, but you still didn't pull the Charizard. Isn't that interesting? Same with these little guys here too. Maybe this makes it feel worth it. Maybe I need to have something like that in those breaks. I don't know. I like to think about how to make them better than the actual booster packs. Here's Mewtwo. Some people's luck on this channel is real. Yeah, some people have been very lucky. Here's Team Rocket Giovanni. I'd like to hear some feedback on what you guys think would make the custom slab breaks more exciting. There's King Gambit. All right, there you have it. Alexio Alvarez. So there you guys go. That was $155 this round was. Let's round it down, right? Let's say it was $120. That could have been 3 spots in 3 different breaks. And he would have had a shot in each of those breaks for a full PSA 10 of whatever it is we were breaking. So whatever's over here, I suppose. So like this Leafeon, which is a 1 in 5, but he's really more like 1 in 4. Jigglypuff. That one's really hard to break. This one, the Nidoking's really, really hard. But he's really exciting, you know. He's a good one. Here's this Psyduck. Oh, yeah, Psyduck. All right, we'll toss it over there. So it's interesting, you know, my brain tries to focus on how do I find an angle to get you something that you see, you know, an expected value in that fits your risk, where you go, okay, yeah, I do want to risk this $40. Some people's luck is great. Mr. Alexio with an AL. Let's grab your bag. Appreciate it, man. Alexio, I'm going to toss you into the giveaway today. No luck on that round. Maybe the next round contains a big hit. We don't know. Did you need a new bag? Mr. I have a bag. He says I have a bag. Okay. Let's go looking for Mr. Alexio's bag. You might be in the other AL box. The one that's buried. This box right here. So we got Alejandro. Alexio. There he is. Wow, you got a lot of hollows. Alexio, did you know you could trade this bag of hollows up for like a whole slab or something? Let me know if you find a little slab on the table you want. We can get you a trade for this. It looks like you can get about $15 worth for the whole bag. All right. And here's this. It's crazy to think someone will win that Nidoking for $40. Yeah, there's nothing like that exists in a booster pack. You can't pull that from a booster pack. You have to join a custom break for something like that. There we go. All right. Thank you so much. That was a big order. Making my day. And now we also have... I like the idea of a bonus raw hit. Might have more people interested in it. Here's a Nicholas Pacheco. He says... 2 of the English Pokemon White Flares. Ah, English. You got it, man. Well, I'm all about improving things over here. You know, like I want things to be better and better and better. And so I'm always trying to come up with something. Like we came up with the binder break, and that's been fairly popular, actually. Have you noticed that? The binder break's gone off like 9 times so far, and it might go off a 10th time. So people have found a lot of value in that. Okay, you ready? Oshawott. Here's Reshiram. Oh, yeah. And here's a Selgor, Zoroark. I feel like one of the most important ideas is it actually has to be kind of entertaining. And I don't know how to improve the entertainment value of like a break, you know? How do you make it more entertaining? There we go. Good. Nice. All right, we have Mr. Darwin. He says, add to my store credit, $50. You scared me, Darwin. He's going to save up enough store credit to buy my whole shop. He's going to strike all at the same time. He'll say, I'd take everything you got. Hey, what's up, Mr. Rooster? How's it going, man? Grab too many bags here. Let me put these back in here. We just wanted this bag. All right, Mr. Darwin. Boop. That's a big card. I love supporting what you do, mister. I've been supporting for years. Oh, man, I really appreciate that. Yeah, I see you've got the TCC Pokeball. Now, you've probably got a different name than I remember, because if you recall, YouTube changed everyone's name. What was your original name, Desire Snake? You must be Alexio, right? 750. That's really tough. We went through this transition where all of a sudden all the names I had memorized were lost, unless your YouTube handle was the same as your YouTube nickname. All right, There you go. You got $750. Look at that, guys. Darren Morales has $750. Can you believe that? That's a lot of money. Here's Gelgoog, Wick, and we just added that one, Naked Girls Talk. How about a couple new cards? So this is graded by CGC, and it's a Karuta Tangela. Ooh. It's from 1999. Super weird. PSA currently doesn't grade these, but they are authentic. Like, I unsealed the product this came out of. This really is a vintage Pokemon product. Yep, Alexia Alvarez. Nice. Yeah, I'll have to try and remember that, because I know Alexia Alvarez, obviously, but it's hard to recognize the YouTube name because YouTube changed all the names like dummies. All right, so that's just going to be 40 bucks. Okay. Light Pillow-Swine. That's from Neo Destiny. That's cool as hell, man. I've been one of your Discord members, YouTube watchers, for 6 years under the same name. Nice. Mister, would you ever do random slab bags where we can buy for $50 and get a random slab? Those are called like mystery slabs, mystery booster slabs. It's kind of what everybody's doing, like Dick's Sporting Goods and GameStop and all them. And we have actually tried that method before. I think that you get a lot more versatility out of our current system. You see, the way it works with all those companies, what they have to do is they have to purchase a whole bunch of PSA slabs worth like $15 and $20. That's what they do. So what they do, they get like 100 PSA 8, poo-poo chews that are worth 20 bucks. They get those together and they sell them to you for $50 so that they stack 30 bucks profit each time. And then once they've stacked like, I don't know, maybe like $700, $800 of profit, what they do is they release a PSA 10 into that RNG system, and that PSA 10 might be worth $500. So you get the payoff and they get a cut. They get like $300 or whatever it is, right? Because they get the leftovers. That's how it works. The problem with that system, listen carefully, because this is very important, guys. The problem with that system is you're essentially buying up a whole bunch of PSA 8s and 9s and low-quality slabs that you never needed to purchase. In our Poke Shuffles, we don't do that. We just go straight to putting nice cards in there, but you could end up pulling a blank card like that. They don't allow that with their mystery slabs, maybe because they're scared of being too close to a slot machine or something. I don't know what the reason is. So they're afraid of that, so they don't want to do that. So you end up overpaying for all these useless slabs. Our system doesn't do that. What our system does is you miss and you get a common card. It's much more efficient. If you want the tool, if you're not following the math, our system hands out 10s much more efficiently because I don't have to have a whole bunch of fake 9s and 8s and 7s in there to pad up the value of the 10. I can just put the 10 straight in, chop it by $5 common cards, and say, I've only spent money on the 10, go straight for the 10. Yeah, so their system is highly inefficient. You can't see that because you don't know what all the other guys pulled. So the reason their system's so damn inefficient, you never see just how bad your odds are. You never see how many bad slabs are pulled by people all around the world. Like GameStop, there's so many people losing money at the same time on those slabs just so that GameStop can A, profit, and B, put out a single 10 for the person who gets the 10 or the good card, the hit, the chase. So it's just a very sloppy system. And again, it's likely designed that way so that they can very strongly not be accused of creating a gambling system, which it is, of course, gambling. All of it is. Pokemon booster packs are gambling, but they're afraid of that. They're a big corporation. They got a lot of money to sue for. So they're probably afraid of that. Our system, instead of getting the slab, you get this Pokemon card right here. So you do get a Pokemon product. You get this card right here instead of a slab. You get this for $5. So that's our system. I don't think they want to do that themselves. I don't know. That's just how it is. So yeah, the mystery slabs are a ripoff. If I had to buy, let me tell you this. If I had to choose between Cardconomist Poke Shuffles and Cardconomist Live Customs versus, let's say, the GameStop Power Packs, I'm going to always choose the Live Customs because the Power Packs are going to have all those 9s and 8s and 7s padded in order to create a system of profit to get to the 10. Whereas the TheCardconomist Live Customs cuts all of that out and just puts the 10 directly into the box with some cold cards. So he didn't have to acquire like 50 PSA 9s, 8s, and 7s to create, you know, that profit system. Does that make sense to you guys? Do you understand that math? Mister, that's a 10. It looks like an 8. What, the light pillow swine? Let's see. Thinner on the right side. Yeah, he's a little off center. Let me go ahead and put this up here. All right. Light pillow swine. Let's see what the price is going to be on light pillow swine. Well, you know, that's why people don't value the CGCs as highly. Let's see. Light pillow swine. That $20 one, please. You want this card right here? You can definitely buy this. So we've got the Japanese one. So it's not a terribly expensive card. It's like 60 bucks. So we could take a $60 card like this. And again, instead of having to have this and a bunch of other slabs that add up into $60 of profit, we can put this directly into the Poke Shuffles like this. Watch. And then if you don't like it, you can re-roll it too. You can say, I don't want that one. He's off center. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there we go. I'm going to send now. Sounds good. All right. We'll say light pillow swine C10. And somebody will have to decide if they want it or if they want to re-roll it. Maybe he will be the ultimate re-roll card. So he's starting at 60. That's why I love the Poke Shuffles. People actually have a good shot at pulling nice slabs, speaking from experience. Yeah. Again, the too long don't read version is that my slabs more efficiently, more cheaply hand out good cards than the GameStop power packs or like mystery slab bags. All that stuff requires manufacturing. It requires software, requires infrastructure, and then worst of all, they have to acquire a whole bunch of 9s, 8s, and 7s of low value and then sell them to you for $50 each, even though they're only $10 each, in order to reach the profit margin that allows them to put out a good 10. I don't have that problem with our system. Our system's more efficient than that. All right, so here's Jay-Z for the slab. You got it, Mr. Jay-Z. He's pretty cool, right? Thanks, man. Jay-Z. My buddy grabbed 2 $100 power packs and pulled 2 slabs worth under 30 bucks. Yeah, and you never know whether to trust that either. You know, so like when you're pulling those packs and you pull a good card out, they kind of make a claim on the value of the card. Now, I don't know where they get their claims from, but mine are simple. We just choose cheapest buy now price on eBay. Very easy, very simple. You know, they can manipulate their numbers on their side. They might not be doing that hard work of figuring out the value of the slab. They might be like, sure, it's worth $100, but it's really like a $50 slab. So we don't do that. There we go. Very true, Jaded. I've seen people enter into the Poke Shuffles with $20 and walk out with $500 live custom chase. Yeah, that's happened. That actually has happened. It's rare, but it has happened. Like a jackpot scenario. Here we are. Here's the Spiro. Ooh. All right. Let's see. Sent an order on the website. It's Aaron Hey, it's Aaron Bagley. What's up, man? So we got Topps Spiro 10. I love this music that's playing. This is so cool. So we do not have anything to compare this to. This is a Cosmic Hollow. Take a quick look at it. That's a Cosmic Hollow Spiro. And it graded CGC Gem Mint 10. So it didn't get the full pristine, but it did nab the CGC Gem Mint 10. It's pretty good. It's not going to be cheap. It's because of the print wave. This is likely print wave 4. It's probably print wave 3 or print wave 4. It's incredibly rare, and no one's going to appreciate that. So I'm going to put it up here, and it's not going to sell. All right. So thank you, Jay-Z. Appreciate the order, man. What else we got? So website order, huh? Do I send and say Poke Shuffle? You can buy Poke Shuffles on the website. But you can also just send $5 per Poke Shuffle and say, I want Poke Shuffles. Either method works. This is Aaron Bagley. It's been a while, so I'm not sure if I had a bag. Aaron Bagley, what's up, man? Aaron Bagley with the Aaron Bagley bag. We'll check if it's been a really long time. Probably not. But I do remember your name. Let's see. After a full year, we pull the bags back and donate them to a very well-known charity. Charity of TCC. I didn't see it. So, but, you know, here's another thing. We don't take the bags if they have anything good in them. I do say that. Usually we leave the bags alone for like almost 2 years if they have anything good in them. So if you did have a bag and you left it over here, it might have just been some junk. Let's find this Pokemon Inferno X. Let's get these Inferno X's for you. Welcome back, man. Did you like the website experience? That's a new thing for us, the website. We stream twice a day. We changed our schedule to morning times. As crazy as that is. So some people are still finding us in the morning. We got 2 streams, the nighttime stream and the morning stream. We got to get a new box of Inferno X. I'll be right back. It's possible I had it shipped. Oh, that'd be nice. All right, let me put this back over here. All right, here we are. There we go. So let's just snip this. Snipping that. Why did the light change? I don't know why it does that. I hate that. All right. Oops. Good. Okay. All right. Finding a website is a nice addition. Finding it easier to order. Nice. Love to hear that, man. We still going strong 7 years later. 7 years later, we're still going strong. We get 2 streams with usually pretty full orders. I guess today's been a little slow. Yeah, today's weirdly slow. But I think we have a tag submission coming back soon. That'll be exciting. We still do middleman grading for people. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Our new focus has been on slab breaks. We're really into that. There we go. Very good. Our live customs and our Poke Shuffles are really popular for graded cards. Here's Mega Sharpedo. We have this new thing called a trade slab, where if you pull like commons that you don't want, you can trade those commons away. Not commons, I should say like hollows and crap like that. Maybe like your EX Sharpedo here. If you don't want those cards, you can trade them away to get into like a break. Here we are. All right. That's 1 card out of that order. You got this lovely Sharpedo. Let me give you a couple bonus cards to give him some padding, okay? So we're going to create a new bag for you. To stop camera changing color, turn off auto white balance and lock it, and disable smart HDR auto HDR. Yeah, I need to sit down with like ChatGPT and get all that done. Yeah, I hate the color balance. It's the worst thing about this camera. It's so strong. It's not like subtle. It's very strong. Okay, good. There it goes. All right. Okay, we're going to hit refresh here. Mr. Jay-Z. He says 4 Poke Shuffle. 2 Poke Shuffles for Mr. Jay-Z. Okay. You ready, Jay-Z? Maybe you pull a slab here. 1, 2, 3. So we shuffle 3 to the back, and then we pull yours. Boop. 2 cold ones. So these are actually your pulls. They belong to you. Some people donate them back, but you can put them into your bag as well. So it would look, where would we be keeping a Jay-Z bag? It would look like this. Do you have a Jay-Z bag? We got Jimmy, Jimmy, Jimmy. I don't know if you want them. I might put them into the back of this box. If you want them, let me know, and I'll go create a bag for you. But like so, we often do that. You'll see that a lot of the times. They're yours, though. Those 2 cards are yours. So if you want them, have me put them into a bag for you, all right? Here's a little order from Miss Natalie Parker. She wants 2 Surging Sparks. Okay. Surging Sparks. We are low on Surging Sparks again. Let me go get some more Surging Sparks. I read someone's comment. They changed the word I was saying. We are really low on Surging Sparks. We are. All right. So the question becomes, do we sell out or do we restock it? Okay. There goes Miss Natalie. Now it has 2 slabs. Thank you, mister. First slabs I bought. Nice, dude. Can you show off what's in the live customs? I want to see the chase. Yeah, we can do that. Give me a second here. All right. I think we might need a new chase. I think I was saving up for a new chase. You have to get enough empty booster packs. We are. All right. There's already some good cards in there, though. Tossing this. My top shelf has a shelf full of them, 48, so 52. There we go. So we got some Surging Sparks there. All right. All right, so we got this beautiful Surging Sparks. Let me just see Surging Sparks real fast. Surging Sparks. Turn this down a little bit. It's kind of loud. And there's what, 6 in a booster bundle? So let's try this out. Divided by 20, divided by 6. All right. And what about a Surging Spark? Oops. What about a Surging Sparks booster box? Booster boxes have gotten really expensive lately. All right. These booster boxes don't look that bad, though. Let's see. Divided by... Cool. So we would not want to restock the booster bundles. We'd want to restock the booster boxes. Okay, I like that. Let's go ahead and do this. We want to keep Surging Sparks on the menu. We might go ahead and pick up a quick box of it. How about this guy right here? All right, so we're going to grab one of these. So we're grabbing a fresh box of Surging Sparks for the future. And we won't stock it too heavily. And the price on Surging Sparks will stay the same. It's already where it should be. How does that sound? My GameStop has a shelf full of them. All right, there we go. Speaking of GameStop, you know, I went to the Springfield Mall, Missouri, Springfield. It's a little city, actually. Springfield's really small. Anyone here from Springfield, Missouri? Has anyone gone to Springfield, Missouri? Everyone knows St. Louis. Springfield's in the south towards Silver Dollar City. I live really close to it, actually. It's a short drive for me, so we head over there on the weekends sometimes. And they got this place called Battlefield Mall. It's a really nice mall. It's not very large, but it's just really well maintained. And the people that go there are real nice. And they got this big card shop in there. It's just such a nice card shop. And it's always full of people opening booster packs. I saw some guys playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In there. I'm like, damn, dude. Everybody comes here. They got a great community there. You can tell they have a great community. You got Drasna. All right, Drasna it is. I refuse to pay scalper prices from GameStop. Yeah, I don't know what the future holds for GameStop, man. GameStop is, they're a corporate structure, so they have to make a lot of money to be viable. They're not like a card shop. Card shops, they don't have like shareholders to pay, right? Think about that for a second. Card shops, they don't have corporate managers. They don't have a CEO, really. They have like a card shop owner, I guess. But the card shop owner, you know, he might make like $70,000 a year and just be like, I'm done. I'm good. You know what I mean? So how can GameStop stay competitive with all the card shops? I really don't think it's possible. And, you know, they've got their power packs and all that. But again, they're going to have to gouge your prices with those power packs so badly in order to maintain viability as a company. And you won't see that very easily, but I guarantee you it's happening because they virtually have to do it. It's the only way they stay alive. All right, thank you, Miss Natalie. Let's see what the next order is. She says 2 Pokey Shuffles. You got it, Miss Natalie. You should have been passing out TCC business cards. Maybe, yeah. You know, I get business cards in the mail every now and then from like a card shop, and those just go straight in the trash. But I have thought about having an email list that I guess I could have been working on that for a full 7 years, and it'd be this glorious, gigantic email list. And maybe we should have been advertising our best break like once a week or once a month, like a monthly update for the best break. No disrespect to business cards, but I always throw them away. They just clutter. Yeah, exactly. I just throw them right in the trash. In a way, you could say I've probably saved hundreds of dollars not doing them. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe even one extra customer from a business card pays for itself. It's hard to say. So what do we got here? Is this a Mr. Let's see. Aaron Bagley again. It's Mr. Aaron Bagley. He'd like 4 of the Gem 3s, 1 of the 3 of the 151 Surprise, and 4 of the Japanese Infernos. Good choices. All right. Let's grab them. I think that's this box we'll need. Make cards and ship me some. I'll hand them to people at card shows. Hey, man, I'm open-minded to stuff like that. Here we go. Here is the 151 Surprise. Okay. And here is the Inferno X. 1, 2, 3, 4. If there was an advertising campaign that I could pay for, that I actually thought was going to be effective and actually get my product in, you know, or my name in front of people who might actually use this service, I might be open-minded to paying for that. Okay, you ready? 4 of these. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. There it goes. You know, there's advertising opportunities, but I always feel like they're kind of pointless. TCC t-shirts or something. T-shirts. People have asked for that a lot. They've asked for TheCardconomist t-shirts a lot. I've never done it. You ready? Here goes. Mr. Aaron. I'll put a TCC sponsored ad on my windshield. Now, see, I don't know how effective that would be, right? I think that a card show could be effective. I think a card shop could be effective. But of course, a card shop's not interested in advertising me. I'm their competition. A card show, maybe. Okay, you ready? Here's a cold one. Here's a cold one. And here's a cold one. And here's a flagon. So you get 1 flagon. Damn, dude. The 151 Surprise. Chansey. Okay. Mew. All right. And Nidorino. And then finally, for the Gem 3s, good pull, Miss Magus. That's a hit. That's a triple star in here, so that's actually a hit. So you got this nice Miss Magus, and here is our Clefable, and here is this guy, Sabrelege, and finally, the Wolf. All right, very good. Lichen Rock. Just do it Ricky Bobby style. Cover the whole windshield. All right, very nice. That's for you, Mr. Aaron. Yeah, welcome back, Mr. Aaron. Glad you're having fun with that website. Yeah, we had just changed the price on these gem products to be a lot more enticing. And I don't know, you think I should sleeve up these Master Balls? They're considered 1-star rarity, but I don't know. Somebody might like them. All right, so we got some hollows here. We got some Master Balls. And we got the Miss Majors, which is actually a pull. That's a hit. I've sold TCC slabs and gifted at card shops around here to get the name out. Oh, that's so nice, man. Jimmy Torres, you were the one who handed in a couple slabs for me to sell on the table, too. You know, if you guys ever got some Cardconomist slabs you want to sell, send them in to me. This is, ironically, is a very good place to sell them because people who actually like us are the only ones hanging out here, you know, if you think about it. So people who like us come hang out in this stream in particular. So they're going to be more open-minded to buying those Cardconomist slabs. All right. It's probably difficult selling something so precise, you know. I'll do card shows and advertise your business. Maybe that's a good step forward. Growing, maybe if me and a few other people in chat did that, we could help expand your channel. Yeah, maybe. I think another thing that would expand my channel pretty easily is if I put out consistent content. I don't do that as much anymore. Like Mike's side, he gets paid to make content. I used to be the primary poster to the main channel, and I just don't do it as much anymore. I think I am just pretty busy, basically. We get our 2 streams in. That's a lot of stream time. And I'm usually plenty busy in the stream, so I don't find myself desiring to spend a lot of time making the content because we're so busy already. But it's funny because we don't get a ton of watchers, but we get a ton of buyers. I mean, we really do stay busy. Typically, on a typical day, on a typical weekday, we'll stay busy the whole stream. And so the need to advertise isn't super high to get new buyers in, but it would be fun to have more watchers. Here's a Jonathan Fernandez. I will say this too. I think some channels pad their numbers with fake viewers. So I think that's a real thing. Here's Jonathan Fernandez. I'll get 5 Inferno X and 1 Poke Shuffle and delivery, my solo leveling slab. So you mean shipping? You paid for a round of shipping? All right, so 1 Poke Shuffle. Let's get you that Poke Shuffle. You ready? You got it. Smoke weed and talk and then rip packs. Here we go. We got a 1, 2, 3. And flip this over. Boop. Yeah, views were like, they were higher yesterday. They were like 80 or something like that. I think was the peak. This stream's been really low. I wonder if that's a sign that the thumbnail wasn't appealing enough with like maybe the girl on the front. Maybe YouTube said, hey, this is kind of inappropriate. Don't show it to as many people. Or maybe the title wasn't interesting enough. You know, there's any number of reasons. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I'd say our audience have been about half as large as usual. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good luck, Jonathan Fernandez. Ready? We can hand out vouchers and give out a free booster pack with every new order. Here we go. All right. Tossing this. Let's see what we got. So we've got Reshiram and Heracross. I will say this, I have been interested in getting another editor. So I would love to have 2 editors. I currently have 1 editor. It's Mr. Mike's side. He does a good job. He's very steady. I'd love to have 2 editors. Kind of like a master and apprentice kind of situation. Somebody who's learning how to edit and eventually getting paid to edit. You can get paid right away if your video does numbers. But yeah, I'd love for somebody to be practicing editing and posting some stuff. We got a second YouTube channel now, 2 YouTube channels. So the second YouTube channel is kind of underutilized, and I'd love to get it running more. You know, you talk about handing out like cards and all that stuff. Well, there's no more powerful advertisement than YouTube itself. YouTube's a very, you know, social media. It's a very powerful tool. And I don't just want to be like the traditional retail shop that's like, oh yeah, come here, buy packs. I do actually strongly believe in just giving the people what they want. They want entertainment. So just entertain them, and if they want to come in here and have some fun with us later, they can do that. That's something that they can choose to do if they like us. But it's very important that you entertain them. That's what I care about the most. There we are. Let's see, Jonathan Cham, Joey Barton. Did you have new bag? Hey, what's up, Mr. Marchion? Always nice to stop in on my break. I'll help edit with a step mic. I need a new bag. Oh, let's get that new bag. There we go. So shipping with this new bag. Yeah, there is an opening for working with me for editing, and believe it or not, if you work pretty hard on it, we'll get you on a payroll even. We'll get you like paid a little bit of money. It just depends on the quality of your work, right? So, you know, it takes a while before you're really making high quality content if you're somebody who has no experience. All right, Jonathan Fernandez. But you know, if you post some content and it starts going viral, you can make money real fast from that. There is money involved with that. Mister also has an opening for Woodpecker Patrol. Maybe not Woodpecker Patrol, but I'd love to have somebody do pricing for me. So that is another opportunity. I'd love to be able to say, hey, I want to restock, you know, this, or that. And I'd love for somebody to come back and say, hey, I know exactly how to find the cheapest price on that. So Jonathan Fernandez, are we shipping you for the first time? Let's go in here. We're going to log in. Just a slab. Please keep the bag. Oh, you got it. No problem. One shipment for one slab. All right. Let's see. Yeah, I want to be able to ask someone to research the cheapest price for something, because I don't have as much time to do that kind of stuff as I once did. We are. Let's see. Okay, we're going to go in here. I've got less time and more money. So now I'm at a point in life where I'd be happy to pay somebody to do a good job of that. All right, I got your address. We're going to jump over here. And we're going to say this. Okay, and it's going to update your address. We're currently verifying that we have the latest up-to-date blah, blah, blah. All right, that's good. Thank you so much, Mr. Jonathan. We'll keep your bag over here, okay? Yeah, so there's an opening for work for editing, kind of like Editing Apprentice. It's a serious offer, and then also maybe pricing. I could help with whatever you need. I'm good at things I put my mind to. Any crazy pulls today so far, says Mr. Russ. Well, a good sign you might like editing is if you have kind of a somebody with good taste, somebody who loves watching content, understands kind of like shocking, you know, how to shock, how to get attention, how to cook. If you're a good cook or a musician or something like that, you could be a pretty good editor too, because editing is really about taking a block of images and, you know, messing with them until you found that pivotal moment that pulls everyone's eyes over, and presenting it in a way that is tasteful and good. You know, like Judge Judy, I would get hooked on Judge Judy and watch that for hours, you know, like, oh man, Judge Judy, she's addicting. Well, you got to understand that. How do you produce something that's addicting that way? And it doesn't happen from just regular, you know, like what we do here in the live. It's like the opposite of that. The live is all just happening in real time. It's not as exciting. It's not as addictive. So, but the edited content's really addictive, you know. Never mind, it's working out. I want to buy that Spiro for Miss Alexandra, but she'd probably think I was crazy. What are you talking about? She'd love it. She'd love it. I heard she will send you pictures of her, she'll send pictures of her favorite meals, and you two will be best friends. So what do we got here? Here's Moltres Yellow. Ooh, that's really good. Moltres Yellow. A sprinkle of autism too. Yeah, a little bit of autism helps. Maybe like some family trauma helps a little bit, you know? I don't feel like you can be an artist without at least some trauma. Something's got to traumatize you in life first. Or like a bad breakup or something like that, you know? All right, we're going to say Moltres 4. 4 of clubs. Maybe some daddy issues. Yeah, something like that. Let's go to buy now. So there are, here we go. Here's a yellow version for $200. I personally think that's a little bit high. We're going to do $150. It's not surprising, because if you want a true sealed yellow deck, they are now costing multiple thousands of dollars. think the cheapest one I saw was like 2,000. We are. It's getting real crazy out there. This is population 3. I've always been a giver. There we go. Me too. I'm also a giver, especially if the person I'm giving to is a cute girl. We are. Oh, what do you want? Let me get you that. All right, there's Ekans. I don't think girls understand how much free stuff they could get in here if they knew how to play us. Okay, let's see what this is. So, dang, dude. There's one for sale for 80 bucks, but I just feel like that is way too cheap. My price is going to be above that. I don't know. I'm going to have my price at 100. You can go get the $80 one if you want. Are. Well, you know, with taxes, it's actually still pretty close, but yeah, we got to go with the 100. It's just too cheap at 80. Somebody really wants to get rid of theirs. All right. Sold a slab on eBay and it got damaged during shipping, and this guy wants me to pay half to get it encapsulated. Yeah, well, I mean, you should tell him to return it then. It sucks, but that's your other option, is tell him to return it. Scooby-Doo. Here's Pokemon Wonderland from Pokemon the Movie 2000. A truly rare Pokemon card collection. Let's get a price on this. Probably like 500 or 600, right? I've got anxiety, PTS, depression, ADHD. Yeah, it is. Who doesn't have that? That's the thing these days, isn't it? So we're going to say a Pokemon Wonderland. Highest first. Exactly, return it. Okay, so here we go. Yes, here is one listed as a PSA 10 for 1.7 thousand. I'm really not surprised by this. This is one of the more rare Topps collections. A Pokemon Wonderland. Okay. Good. I used to drink and eat Xanax like crazy. There it is. There's a lot of anxiety in society. What do you guys think that's all about? Wow, man, we are down to just 37 viewers. That's really low. I don't know why the views are so low. Do you think my stream's hidden? There we are. I bet you my stream's hidden. I bet you this is just like people who got pinged. It has to be the boobs in the thumbnail, right? You think it's the boobs in the thumbnail, guys? It's got to be. 34 viewers is so low. I might as well just pack it up here, guys. Go hit some dinner, some lunch. We are. All right, we got Mega Deontay. Did a pack break move. The Rocket one did not, other than the one spot you bought. Time to bust out the joke titles. I don't know if it's joke titles in particular that do it, but man, maybe YouTube does not like it if you put a busty lady in the front. Because that's what we did, and look how bad these views are. I mean, 34 is really low. So, I don't know. Very interesting. That's too low of viewers. That is the hop off and go do something else number. Poker Deontay. Feet thumbnail. All right, let's see. How about Mega Deontay playing Deontay? Alpha Sapphire. Ah, here we go. Okay, we found it. 500. Woo. That's really expensive. We'll make ours 450. Okay, ours is going to be cheaper than the one online. Crazy. So here's an extremely rare Mega Evolution Deontay for 450. Time is precious. All right, let me go ahead and take a picture of this. All right. Good. 7. Okay, we're going to say 7. Very good. So there's 7 of those. Here's this Duskull. I'm not even going to find one of these for sale, probably. We're going to say Deoxys. Dusk. Oh. All right, Deoxys Duskull. There is not one for sale. All right, so we can choose whatever price we want. I'll put him up for sale, but he's not going to be cheap. And there we go. So I guess I'm going to pop off, guys. I'll be seeing you later for the nighttime stream. But this viewership is too low to keep me interested. What's the pop? Probably really low. I don't know why it's at 30. Look at that. It says 31. It's just going down. I don't know why the views are so low. Maybe it's actually a YouTube view count mistake. Okay, so this guy right here, which we've seen that before. We've seen our view count go to 0 over time in a stream, but this is just really low. Here's 17. Lovely. Mister, what Mario Tanuki cards do you have? I think I do have a Mario Tanuki card. I don't know where it went, though. Did it go into the actual... It might have gone into the Poke Shuffles or something. Let's see. No, that's not the Tanuki Mario. Didn't I have a Tanuki Mario in here? Aha! There he is. He's in the Poke Shuffles. I mean, you might be able to buy it from me, and then maybe I'll put a replacement card in here. He's pretty cute. Sus low. Yeah, it's a very sus how low that is. Here it is. Could just be a slow day, too. That's actually still possible, but... If a day is ever too slow, I just wrap it up. That's it. That's the strategy, is to just wrap it up, have some more free time. I'm trustworthy and respectful. You ever need help with editing, pricing, grading, you let me know. I'd be willing to show you my work. I don't care about being paid. The vibes are probably low because it's not a late night stream. Any new Torchic, Combuskin, Blaziken cards? Not that I can think of off the top of my head. Yeah, it's a little bit low. So anyways, I'm probably going to go ahead and wrap it up here, guys. It's 1:40 anyways. It's pretty much wrap-up time. And maybe I'll make some content. Maybe we haven't made some content in a while. I will say this. I feel like the views on the shorts are a little on the low side recently. So that also could be affecting the number. It could just actually be the number. But I'm going to go make some content, I think, for now, guys. All right, you guys have a good day. I'll be back on for the evening stream for Wednesday. See you later, everybody.